Welcome to the bold analysis. I want to first start saying a very big thank you for those who have been supporting me, and I want to maybe divulge more about what has been going on. We were expecting, and my wife was in the hospital, so the process had its some complications, and even after, we've still had bit of some other attention that was needed. So that is what really escalated the costs. It was a bit high, even though I want to say thank you, and because it is a testimony, the mother has been separated by the child and they're doing well, even though they're still in the hospital. We believe that everything will go on safely. So I will really do finish up the fundraisers. I did 1 week. I started on 6th, so yeah, by 13th will be done. So you can support me whatever you have, and I'll be so grateful. The number is up there, so that we know still cost needed, but everything will come into play. Now, back to politics. Sabine Chege and Kanini Kega should give us an answer to this question. Is ejecting Jeremiah Kioni as the Jubilee Secretary General the development they went to pick from State House, or rather from William Ruto? This is a development that has come on now. Jubilee Party National Executive Council allegedly met in Nakuru, chaired by the National Chairman, Zoya, and picked Kanini Kega as the Secretary General to replace Jeremiah Kioni. And while Jeremiah Kioni was in a campaign trail, was in a rally with Raila in Mavoko. And I've been wondering something. Is it really true that Uhuru Kenyatta is not on the no? Has he lost the party, or what has been going on? Secondly, Jeremiah Kioni has been with Raila Odinga and the Azimio team, and consistently was the person that even released that document of talking about Raila Odinga's stolen victory, or rather about the 8 million thing. Now, he has also been in a rally where consistently Raila Odinga has been defending the former president from the attacks of this administration, with Jeremiah Kioni donning the Jubilee image in it. But on the other side, the Secretary General of the former president, part of the former president, is being ejected in what looks like some really personal witch hunt. So you sit back and wonder what exactly is going on, or what is not being seen, what is not being reported here. Because huku Raila ana defend Uhuru and the former cabinet members like Matiang'i's troubles, but then Jubilee Party, which is Uhuru Kenyatta's party, is ejecting Jeremiah Kioni. And I've seen Jeremiah Kioni dismissing it. But I don't think dismissing it is enough. We may have to look at it deep. Now, Ledema Olekina recently was asking Uhuru Kenyatta, that was asking Kioni, that talk to your boss, talk to Uhuru so that he can rain blows on these members that are going to William Ruto. Far from it. There is, I'm just wondering whether, is it a matter of urgency for Jubilee Party now to get an USG, or rather to replace Jeremiah Kioni? Apart from ejecting Jeremiah Kioni, they have also started a process of coming out of Azimio, saying, they're saying they were in Azimio by coercion. Jamani. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta was the party leader, was installed as the party leader, and he retained that position as the party leader in the run-up to last general election. He was an integral player in the Azimio politics by then. But then, Jubilee Party, some few members here masquerading as founding members, are now saying that they were coerced to join Azimio la Umoja. Political conmanship. Someone called them conmen. Really, that's not a worse description. So, is really at play. There are two things. Either Uhuru is on the no or Uhuru is not on the no. There is a plot to locate Uhuru Kenyatta's hands in matters Jubilee Party. Does he have the influence? Is he still really having stake? And what I can see, I think Uhuru has been silent in quite a number of things, even things happening. He's been a bit silent. And the silence of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta maybe is what has been triggered this, because they simply want to know. Do Uhuru Kenyatta still have interest in that party, or does he still have a political interest moving forward? So that it likely possible that some UDA allies charged these members of Jubilee Party, not the 30 of them met Uhuru Kenyatta in State House, William Ruto in State House just the other day. And after that State House meeting, they were charged that, look here, can you try to stage a coup in the party so that you see if there is going to be some reaction from the former president. It is because of such actions that makes some of us that honestly are against the hooking of a lying here to Kenyans about a development in State House, that you go there to play politics. That's it. If Jubilee is coming there, they are being told they're talking about rejecting an SG. So what makes it different that the few conmen from Nyanza that went to State House also went for political reasons? No one is coming, they've not come from, instead of coming from State House and going to give us about a project you are going to launch, simply from there, you come and then start doing politics. That's what makes us think that some of these fellas here did not go to State House for development. They went to State House for politics. Because again, what's coming out is politics. That is something that I can see here. But Jeremiah Kioni is a man that is being targeted and labeled as a man that is going against the grain. I know on that he cannot stand, he cannot read the storm there. But the biggest challenge that President Ruto is having, and I wish Mount Kenya would have seen it, is that there are problems. Ruto knows very well, and the Kenya Kwanza team knows very well. There is a big gap between what was promised and what is deliverable. Now, that gap, it is not their making that's not deliverable. Of course, in politics, there is a currency known as woodwinking people and just over-promising and just reviving people's hopes, just injecting hopes on the people. So, because of that disconnection, he knows very well that a voice of reason in Mount Kenya would actually alter a slightest change of narrative in Mount Kenya can actually affect his re-election. Now, the threat in that line is Jeremiah Kioni. I want to agree he's not bit of, let's say he's not very controversial. He doesn't come out as the Raila brand. He comes out as Kalonzo Musyoka. But with the voice of reason, with what he's talking about, there could be understanding that he can influence the votes on the other side of the mountain. This is a possibility, and I can say that it could be a well-coordinated coup, not targeting Jubilee Party, but targeting Jeremiah Kioni. It's because William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua just want to cement the mountain vote. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. There's no any other understanding to it. That's it. But then, let's also just look back and ask a question. Do you think Uhuru doesn't know what's going on? Sometimes when Babu talks, tunamchukuanga huwa anapenda mzaha sana. But do you think Uhuru is not on the know? Now, Sabina Chege is a nominated member of parliament. Was nominated through Jubilee Party. Kanin Koru got Eala. Even though he gives credit to UDA, but even UDA, even Jubilee and Azimio members voted for him. He was the most trusted ally of former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Do you think Kanini Kega, who is now taking over as the SG, who was appointed as the former director of elections, Kanini Kega did not consult former President Uhuru Kenyatta? Because look at the 30 members and Kanini Kega was with Raila alone. Where does Uhuru sit? So it's about time. I think Raila should also audit and know really, is he just playing this thing alone? Because we know that William Ruto has been using a lot of manipulation weapons on former president. The transaction costs, down security, this and that, this and that. There have been a lot of it. It could be a wide thought, but there could also be a possibility that former President Uhuru Kenyatta is already in talks with William Ruto, and Raila is an isolated man. It's not too late to think so. Is Jeremiah Kioni alone, or is he with Uhuru Kenyatta? Yeah. Lastly, this could be a scramble for the political party's fund. You know that fund has not been released to Jubilee Party. Jubilee Party is the third largest party in terms of membership after ODM and UDA. It got more members than even Wiper. But of course, Wiper has strong political leadership. In terms of governors, they have more. Jubilee did not get even a single governor. But in terms of the National Assembly, MPs and Senate, Jubilee got more than Wiper. But so, what could also be here is about political parties fund. I think is going to handle it alone. Does SG Kioni have a caucus in Jubilee Party? Does he have people? The leadership there wametolewa huko na Murathe. And I've told Murathe has also dismissed it, saying that is not ratified. Ladies and gentlemen, what's your thoughts? Let me come back with the next.